You got to realize, empaths, chosen ones, they wanted to finish you off. They wanted you gone. Yeah. In the worst circumstance, they wanted you to take your own life. They wanted to leave you with so much pain and so much misery that you would potentially take your own life. That's what they wanted. I've mentioned it before. Someone taking their own life causes them an immense amount of supply, right? An immense amount of supply. They will be thriving off that, knowing that someone took their lives over them. That's why they leave us in the worst circumstances. They leave us in the worst way possible. But the narcissist is miserable because they could not destroy you. They thought you'd be worse off. They thought you'd be in a worse state than you are. Trust me, God's got your back. The universe has your back. You've shown resilience. You've shown strength. You've shown courage. You're persevering. Like, they really thought you were end game. They thought it was over for you. Okay? They really thought it was over for you. So what I want you to do is continue on this journey of healing, right? Build yourself back up to the point and don't let these narcissists win, right? You might feel like you're in your lowest point now. You might feel like you're at your lowest point. I totally understand that, but you're not. You've awakened to the narcissist. That's all that's taking place now. You have awakened. You're no longer asleep to the abuse. You've woke up to the abuse. You know, you was asleep to the abuse. When they was abusing you, you know, you didn't realize. It's like burning yourself on an iron and not realizing that you're burning yourself, not realizing that it's hot, you know. So just know that they wanted worse for you. Wherever you are at in your journey now, the narcissist is a very, very sadistic creature, and they hold themselves, as much as they have low self-esteem, they want to believe they're high value. You know, they know they're not deep down in the core of them, but they want to believe they're high value. So when they was very deluded towards the end of the relationship, they would have thought that you would have took the worst possible option. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It'll take 2 seconds of your time. Yeah, they would have thought you would have took the worst sort of pursuit, the worst sort of option. You would have become the lowest that you possibly have ever been. You know, you might be at the lowest you think you've ever been, but I want to bring this message to you to know that you've actually awakened. It's a beautiful thing, awakening. You've awakened to the abuse, you know. What's worse, being awake to the abuse and feeling some pain, or being asleep to the abuse and know you're not being hurt? I think it's being asleep to the abuse and not knowing you're being hurt, right? They say ignorance is bliss, but I don't really agree with that statement. I don't really agree with like our ignorance being bliss, you know. I don't agree with that. When we was asleep being abused, that was the worst time possible, because all we was trying to do was problem solve, try and sort it out, try and fix things. And we didn't realize we were being dragged through the mud. We didn't realize that they were actually tormenting us every single day, right? So let them suffer now. Let them suffer now with the fact that they're miserable, that they couldn't destroy you. They want to come back and finish you off. That's why you have to close the door. If you give them a chance to come back in your lives, they will come back in your lives without hesitation. You might think you've been discarded and they're gone. Remember, you're just put on the shelf. Do not wait for the Hoover. Do not wait for them to come pick you back up. God won't even allow the Hoover to take place until you're ready to door slam. If you've been hoovered, you know, it's unfortunate, but at least now don't do it a second time. You need to door slam, because this door slam showing that you've grown and you've become better and stronger and more resilient and more powerful. This will make them more miserable as well, because you're actually going from the other way. They actually are miserable anyway because they thought they would destroy you more. So if they see you bouncing back like elastic without losing elasticity and coming back more powerful, then therefore that will make them even more miserable. So that's why I've always say now that through us is the karma. We need to develop ourselves on our journey. A healing journey is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to embrace and to go down and pursue. You know, our healing. You know, healing ourselves, getting that fire back, getting back to what we were before. You know, fire is the wrong word. I don't even know why I said that. You know, getting our spirit back, right? Coming back to ourselves, remembering who we was before we met the narcissist. That's who we need to become again, but a more evolved and a more able to discern empath, right? We need to be able to, so we'll be able to see through the BS, but we'll also be able to have our innocence back and our youthfulness that we had from before. We need to bring that back to our forefront, okay? Because this will make the narcissist miserable. So they'll get miserable about the fact they couldn't destroy you, and they'll be miserable about the fact about how you're bouncing back. So keep on the journey. Don't lose faith, you know? I know you're in a place now where you feel like they won. They haven't won. You're going to be the winner. You're going to be the one that rises again. You're going to be the one that survives this. You're going to be the one that proves to the world that they didn't break you. You know, we can't let someone that come into our lives for a period of time be the penultimate ending to our lives, right? We can't allow that to happen. We cannot allow it to happen. You know, we're born in this world alone and we die alone. Yeah? So we can't be codependent upon these narcissists. It doesn't matter if they've trauma bonded us, devalued us, put us through pain. Sorry about that. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. They disrespected God when they disrespected us first. They disrespected the universe when they disrespected us first. We're chosen ones, empaths, that's what we are. They disrespected the highest tribe on earth, the ones with skill, empathetic skills, the ones that have big hearts, right? And I'm not saying we're the highest up, like we're ruling above everyone. I'm trying to say in the terms of qualities, with how that we can feel others' pain and stuff like that, when there's narcissists and psychopaths rampant throughout society, from the bottom to the top of society, right? To these top 1% of society, where a lot of them are psychopaths, a lot of these bankers and all of these kind of people and these CEOs, a lot of them are psychopaths, right? So if wherever we are in the midst of the hierarchy, we live separate from the hierarchy. We live separate from the pecking order. We don't even we don't have no one living upstairs and no one living downstairs beneath us. We walk on an even playing field, you know. We might have a boss at work or things like this, but that's just in workplace. No one's ruling over us. And this is why the narcissist can't rule over us. We can't put someone on a higher plateau above us to bring our spirit down, right? So we're going to bounce back to the peak of the advance, and this will make them distraught, okay? They're miserable already because they thought you would be more broken over them. So let's flip it on them and show our recovery. Don't post things to them, don't message them, just get on with your journey. They'll find through the grapevine, they'll find out through the flying monkeys, they'll find out from stalking your social media. They will see how you're doing better now. They'll see how you're doing well. And that's all it is about. We're not trying to prove to them, we're proving to ourselves, we're proving to God that we've got the strength and the courage and the determination. Because this world is a test, and we're being tested now. They got tested when we was with them. They got tested to see if they would change who they are, and whether they would embrace an empathetic person like we are and love us truly. They chose not to. They are devoid of empathy. They are blinded. They wander blindly in this land, right? We're not wandering blindly. We're on a healing journey now. We're building ourselves back up. We're picking ourselves back up. We're not at the bottom. We're higher up than the bottom. we're actually at the top. I've mentioned this previously. Because we were the ones that awoke to the abuse, therefore we're not at our lowest, even though it feels like painfully we're at our lowest. We're actually awake now. We're in a more powerful state than we was during the love bomb. During the love bomb, we were so asleep. We was in the worst possible position. So just remember, the narcissist is miserable because they couldn't destroy you, okay? And now, when you bounce back like elastic, you are gonna make them distraught. They're gonna be suffering, knowing that you slipped away and you actually become a better person through all of this. So anyway, I'll leave the video there. Please press the like and subscribe button. And if you want a one-to-one session, you can find the details in the description box. Anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.